What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Paul. This is the Leeds Therapy. Thank you for stopping by as ever. I really do appreciate it. If you've not done so already, if you could hit that subscribe button for me, if you could turn your notifications on, if you could like the video for me, share it. And also as well, if you've got any comments, please feel free, leave them in the comment section down below. So, yesterday was a bit of a turgid display, wasn't it? I waited. Usually I do kind of like almost like an immediate match reaction or a reaction as quickly as possible. However, I wanted to just let it sink a little bit and wait until kind of the press conference had been done as well before I kind of laid any realistic comment on the display, etc., so on and so forth. And obviously I was on Just Joe as well. Thank you to Joe. Big up yourself. Really good show that I really enjoyed it. It was an interesting one because you could just see how crestfallen everybody was after that performance, and a couple of the comments from made were very interesting and made a lot of sense at the same time as well. Overall, defensively, fine, much better than the last two games. Attacking, there was absolutely nothing. There was a massive Georgie-shaped hole in the squad. You could see it, you could feel it. You kind of got the feeling that the attitude of the players is a little bit on the floor, perhaps. I think that is for me, that's a fair assessment of the situation currently at the moment. What positives do we take from the game? The positives, Struijk had a really good game defensively. I thought Bogle and Firpo did well not to get sent off when they both got booked in the first half. So from a defensive point of view, fine. Rodon's passes are still going stray a little bit. We lack that creativity in midfield. There's an issue with having Ampadu and Gruev there and Pirot in the 10. He's not a 10. That experiment needs to end now for me. It should be done and dusted. The discord between the midfield and then the attacking prowess is just non-existent. It's almost more, and I can understand it to a certain degree. It's almost like more like we went out not to lose rather than to win. It's been a hellish week for the club. It's been a hellish week for the players, I think, overall. We are desperately in need of players. We need players 100%, and it has to happen over the next 2 weeks. And the problem is it's extremely difficult to make 4, let alone probably the 5 or 6 signings that we need happen over the next couple of weeks. The issue that we've got now is everybody knows that we've got a little bit of money to spend. Everybody knows that we've got a bit of the reek of desperation about us, so prices are going to be more expensive, but the 49ers need to pull something out of the bag over the next couple of weeks, 100%. I felt sorry for Joseph yesterday. Hold-up play isn't his thing. His thing is being the fox in the box and being on the end of crosses and being on the end of through balls and stuff and things like that. Whilst he can hold up the ball and he can put himself about a bit, and don't crucify me for this in the comments, but that's the kind of the hold-up play strength side of things is more of a Patrick Bamford style of role. We obviously offered absolutely nothing going forwards. There's not a lot else you can say about the game. It was turgid. It was boring. We didn't lose. So that's what you take and then you move on. But I guarantee you Sheffield Wednesday is going to be a 1,000,000% harder than what that game was. It's tough. We're in a weird situation. And then with regards to the comments after the match as well, Farke's made it again abundantly clear the players that he wants to see come in. He's made it crystal clear the players that he wants to come in. Now listen, Farke isn't completely blameless. He's not. We know that he has his inadequacies, which is like making substitutions too late, maybe not picking the right players for the right position. But then again, we're not the manager, that type of stuff. However, I still feel he has had the rug completely pulled from underneath him, and I think it makes his position quite difficult. And he has quite cleverly said to the board, you need to go and get me these players, and you've got 2 weeks to do it. Otherwise, forget about promotion almost. I do think the squad that we've got is good enough to get into the top 6. Forgive me, that could be me being a happy clapper. But the issue, and we spoke about it on Joe's podcast, was there just seemed to be a lack of trying. There just seemed to be a lack of oomph and impetus, which, that's not us, that's not the team. And we need to drill down as to the reason as to why that is. There is no excuse for not spending money on players. There is no excuse for not bringing players in, particularly now that we're at this desperation stage of the transfer window. We are now... it starts to beg the question, well, what have these directors of football been doing for the entirety of the transfer window? Have we had targets? Have they, are we looking at bringing targets in? What are we doing? How's it kind of working? And I know I've always been the one, transfers will get done, this, that and the other. And, all in all, in 2 weeks' time, we could be going, I don't know what we were worried about. But unfortunately, because of the silence and lack of sort of concrete links with players, it's very difficult to see what's going to happen. It's that kind of, we don't know anything, just give us something, anything. So we're all kind of clutching at straws. And I said it on Joe's podcast last night, yesterday, the instant match reaction. There seems to now be this penchant of we're all starting to get annoyed with each other, and we're all starting to get tetchy, and we're all starting to have a go at each other again. And you can see it in the comments. The divide is clear. It's my call for calm. But I understand that it's difficult. I understand that it's tough, especially when it's something that you love, especially when it's something that you're so passionate about, especially when it's something that is such an integral, important part of your life. I get it. I really, really do. And I just hope and pray that the 49ers come up with something. I really, really hope they do. Otherwise, it is going to be just horrific over the next season. I think it'll be really, really bad if something doesn't happen. But we'll wait and see. That's going to do it for this one. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please don't forget to click the like button. If you're new to the channel, please also don't forget to subscribe, hit the notifications on, comments. Please feel free to put comments in. One thing, I will always like a comment that's put on, be it a good comment or a bad comment, because I appreciate people taking time to watch my videos. And people can agree with me, they can disagree with me. That's absolutely fine. Your opinion is just as valid as my opinion. I've never been one for not wanting to hear what other people have to say. So, go at it. Take care of each other. Most importantly, take care of yourself. And we will see you on the next one. Thank you.